Welcome back to SLEEK Dancehall, the realest place for commentary on the legends who shaped the culture. And today, we're taking it straight back to 2008, a year that changed the game forever. This was the year when Portmore Empire, led by the world boss Vybz Kartel, didn't just rise, they took over. New artists, new sound, new mindset. Gaza wasn't just music anymore. It became a movement, a war cry, a lifestyle. So lock in as we break down how Kartel and the Empire turned 2008 into the golden era of Gaza. Before 2008, Vybz Kartel was already a household name. He clashed with Ninja Man, dropped hits with Bounty Killer, and was fully stamped as a lyrical giant. But after parting ways with the Alliance, Kartel had something to prove, and he wasn't playing games. He went back to his roots, Portmore. Not just a base, but as a launchpad for his own movement. That's when he founded Portmore Empire, a crew of talented artists who would carry the Gaza flag into battle. We're talking about names like Blak Ryno, the raw voice of the streets, Vinci, the singer with pain in every note, Lisa Hyper, Gaza Kim, Sean Storm, and most importantly, a young Popcaan who was just starting to find his voice. Kartel didn't just create a crew, he built a dynasty. 2008 was explosive. This was the year when Gaza tunes were not only busting in the streets, but dominating radio, shelling dances and rattling the charts. Let's run some of the anthems that made 2008 unforgettable. Rise Decay, a militant anthem that showed the Gaza wasn't afraid of war. Win Afraid, pure aggression, Kartel and the crew standing firm. Live Sweet, reminding the streets that Gaza was living good. Warn Them, Badman Party, and Mama all dropping with real impact. But what made Kartel and the Empire different? It wasn't just lyrics, it was style, image, and branding. Kartel was bold. He bleached his skin openly, wore crazy tattoos, coined phrases like Addy the Teacher, Gaza me say, and created a rivalry so deep that Jamaica literally split between Gaza and Gully. He wasn't just making music, he was shifting culture, and the streets were watching. And while Kartel was the general, he was also grooming soldiers. And in 2008, Popcaan began to step out of the shadows. He trained him like a real mentor, taught him how to record and perform like a professional. We heard Popcaan on early tracks like Girl Wine, It No Work So, and featured on Empire medleys. It wasn't just Popcaan either. Vinci was the emotional balance of the crew, singing truth with a tear in his voice. Blak Ryno had dancehall's rough voice locked, and Sean Storm showed serious promise as both artist and right-hand man. The Empire was tight. They recorded at Adija Him Records, dropped songs back to back, and dropped mixtapes that flooded the streets. Every youth wanted to be Gaza. You can't talk about 2008 without talking about the Gaza versus Gully clash. This wasn't just Kartel versus Mavado, this was a cultural war. You had school kids splitting into Gaza and Gully camps, taxis decorated with Kartel or Mavado stickers, even parties with separate segments, Gaza segment versus Gully segment. Kartel thrived in this. He fed the tension with diss tracks, clever wordplay, and direct shots. But while the war was entertaining, Kartel also used the spotlight to push his artists forward. It was never just about him, it was about building a Gaza nation. When the dust settled, 2008 had done something unforgettable. Kartel had proven that you didn't need a big label or foreign cosign to dominate dancehall. All you needed was a base, a vision, and raw talent. He gave the blueprint for how to build a brand, how to mentor upcoming artists, and how to make the streets follow you without begging for hype. Even today, in 2025, we still feel the effects of 2008. Popcaan is now an international superstar. Vinci has built a respected solo career. The Gaza image still lives in music, fashion, and slang. And Kartel, he's still the king. Because 2008 proved one thing. The world boss doesn't follow waves, he creates them. This has been SLEEK Dancehall, and today we gave you the real breakdown of how Portmore Empire ran 2008. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite Gaza song or moment in that era? Drop it in the comments. Let's celebrate this golden time together. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell because every Friday we go back in time to the legendary Gaza era. Portmore, stand up, Gaza forever.